Okay, I just went live and then Trey called me. So I had to start a new live. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. We have been out and about since 9 o'clock this morning. And yeah, that was a lot. But I went, and we're getting ready to go hiking now. So we're not going home anytime soon. Sundays are made for adventures, right? So I have this thing that happens to me when we're out and about. And I kept I think there's multiple reasons why this happens to me, but I know there's one reason why this happens to me. So when we're out and about, little children flock to me. And before I know it, sometimes I'm so surrounded that they I can't even hardly move or breathe because they're surrounding me. And it happens with mentally challenged children or all children. They will flock to me. And I finally realized part of what it is. So when you act like no one's looking and you just act like yourself and you interact with your kids and you're all in with your kids, other kids notice that and they want to be a part of that. Because unfortunately, their moms are one of two things. Their moms are either distracted by their phones or they're self-conscious and they're worrying about who's looking. We were at a pumpkin patch today and there was this, those corn pits. It's kind of like a sand box, but it's like a corn box. I absolutely love those things. I want one at my house to just lay in. It's very therapeutic to me when the corn touches my skin and when the corn's piled on top of me. It's just one of those things that's therapeutic. But I was just all in the corn. There was this bouncy horse race that you could do. I was bouncing around the horses. I didn't do the race because honestly, it was kind of giving me a headache. It was bouncing so hard. But then there were these giant tricycles and I was racing around. But people are attracted to you, especially children. They're very attracted to you when you're not worried about what people are thinking and you're not distracted by your phone. So my tip of the day is, first I'd like to ask you a question. Is your phone keeping you from actually living life? Because obviously you're on your phone now and there's nothing wrong with having some disconnect time because obviously I'm on my phone now. But I do something when we go places. We were pushing a stroller today and there's this little spot that folds open. I just stick my phone in there. Or when we go to a friend's house, I just leave my phone in the car. I don't even bring it in most of the time. If it's during the day and I think Trey may need to get a hold of me or something, then I will do that. But if it is, oh my goodness. If it is, sorry, I get distracted by things sometimes. But if it's an evening, we went over to a friend's house last night and I just left my phone in the car. And it's you know what? Nobody's going to be so desperate that they have to have me right this moment. And when we were at the pumpkin patch today, I just left my phone in the stroller. And you can see that I've been at the pumpkin patch sweating because my makeup is smudged everywhere. It's so funny. But be all in. Be all in. Put your phone down and be all in. Your kids are going to love it. And quit worrying about what people are thinking. Quit worrying about it. Get in the corn pit and roll around. Get on the tricycle and pedal around like a crazy person. Take your kids to the playground and actually play with them. I understand. We need downtime. We need time to just let our brain have this floating space. It is a basic human need to just have some time where your brain floats. And you can do that. You can do that on your phones. We can use our phones as a tool to do that. But if we're floating 6 hours a day on our phones, if we're floating playing game after game, watching video after video, TikTok after TikTok, come on, is it actually building anything for you? So my tip today is just go all in. Just go all in with your kids, with your family. Just act like nobody's watching and make sure your phone isn't holding you back. Because if your phone is holding you back from living, you have one life to live. And it's better for you to just walk over to a dumpster and throw your phone in than to let it steal the precious life that you've been given. So that's my tip. I am ready to head out of here and go hiking. At the pumpkin patch, all they had obviously was like regular sodas, and I didn't want to drink something like that because I don't like the ingredients that are in sodas. But he stopped at Kroger. I don't even know where it's at, but he got us some Zevia. A lot of people we know have never heard of Zevia. We love Zevia. It is sugar-free, made with natural sweeteners, and has no dye. If your kids are wild and you're wondering why, it's probably sugar. But if your kids are wild and they don't eat sugar and you're wondering why, it's probably dyes, because dye really affects the brain. So that's my little commercial. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great afternoon.